It's a perfect Saturday. It is a perfect Saturday. I'm at the same trailhead that I was at last week. This is a trail where I found the Beaver, and I do not own a zoom lens on my Sony a7 III. So I asked my mom and I borrowed her Canon Rebel T, and she has a 75-300 zoom lens with this camera. So I'm gonna see if I can capture a few things today. As far as for the longest length of my camera, only went to like 75. So 24-70 was my most zoom lens. So not that great. So we're gonna hit the trail and we're gonna see if we can find anything today, shall we? It is a perfect day. It's the kind of day I could just spend for the rest of my life right here. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit while we're sitting down. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I want to do with Here in My Time. And I realize that Here in My Time is very new and a very new concept. But I think for me, I know that I can help. I know that I can use some of the things that I know how to do, or I can hopefully do, to help other people. And that is the number one goal, is to help other people tell their stories. And I think people's stories are so important because they don't realize how special they are, and how, there's so much noise and so much social media and so much fame around us that for the everyday person, we don't find ourselves interesting. And I realize that we've equated interesting with being known, and I don't think that's the answer to the equation. I think every person's story is the best story. I think when I sit across the table from people, just listening to their stories that they don't find interesting, or they don't realize why I find interesting, means the world to me. So what I'd like to start doing, I realize when some people are not journalers, some people are not writers or anything like that, but I do think there is an importance to actually sitting down and writing your story. So when you get to a blank page and you look and you don't know what to write about, that is what stops us 90% of the time, is we just don't know what to say. What would be even interesting? Why would I write anything? And so what I'd like to do is start implementing a prompt every week for you to hopefully help you write something down. Now, this does not have to be 6 pages. It can be a paragraph. It can just be one sentence, whatever you really want to say, or one word. Because just to have something written down about your life, I feel like one day you'll be thankful that you did. I know when I get older, I'm gonna have things that I've written that I'm going to look back and think, what were you thinking? And then I'm going to have things that I'm going to look back and think, oh gosh, I'm so glad I wrote about that moment with my grandparents, or moment with my sister, or whatever it might be. I'll be happy, because we forget a lot in our life. We tell ourselves that life is so short, but it is so long. And if you live it, and you live it right, to the degree that you really want to live your life, I think you're going to look back and say, I lived my life fully, and not the cheesy, live your life to the fullest, but I just know I'm going to have a collection of memories when I might not be able to remember. And I might be reading it in the eyes of me, and I might be reading it in the eyes of, who is this little girl? And that excites me. So I thought I'd give you a prompt today to get you started, and it'll be every Saturday I'll do a prompt. It might just be a post with a prompt. It might be a video prompt. What do you guys think? Do you think it should be a video prompt? I don't know. I'm not sure. I just want to encourage you to write about you. I think it'd be really good. So the prompt this week is, tell me about the time when you felt the most happiest. This can be a place, this can be with people you love, or just in general. Tell me about the time you felt the most happiness, and write about it. And you're more than welcome to share. If you'd like to share, feel free to do that. But this is really just for you. So you have this whole week to write this. It does not have to be anything crazy. Don't turn this into too stressful of a thing. This is just to help you write something about you this week. All right. Did I mention? I just had to say, when you write about yourself, you bring other people into your story. So like when you write about yourself, and maybe the most happiest moments was with other people, and you write about them, that's pretty cool that you have memories of other people, and their memory will continue to live on. I love that. Okay, y'all. I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to wait for this beaver, and I'm going to use my mom's kit lens, and I'm going to try to see if I can. I saw a lot of movement earlier, so I'm going to see if I can be quiet long enough to do so. All right, guys. Bye. Well, I had no success with the beaver today, other than I did see it, but still not close enough, even for my 300 lens, to capture. But it is still a nice walk and a nice time to just enjoy, so no complaints there. Alright, now it's time to head back and edit the podcast for this week, huh? Maybe another cup of coffee. Yeah, another cup of coffee.